the colors. Summer love.
Good morning, friends. It is time for lunch, and I am making my current favorite lunch of the moment. It is a salad, and every day I have some kind of lettuce. The lettuce varies on like what's available at the grocery store, and then I have cucumber if it's available, and then I also have a mix of veggies. Currently in my veggie tray I have peppers, carrots, and broccoli. So I add all that to a bowl, and I add a couple of eggs, and then the best part, at least to me, is potatoes. I'm going to, first I microwave potatoes, and then I cut them into smaller pieces, and then I pan fry them, and oh my gosh, it just puts the salad over the top. I absolutely love it. So that is my current lunch during this summertime.
Talk to me and tell me all that you've seen, all the colors. Summer love. Turquoise blue, losing track of time with you. Another peach pie sunset view, sleeping in the afternoon.
Hey guys, so my parents just called me and told me that they wanted to take Logan and I on a bike ride, well, not take us, go on a bike ride with us to our local cemetery where my aunt is buried, because she got a new plaque. She was, I think she was in the Navy. Anyway, so we're gonna go on a bike ride with my parents, and we're gonna see that. And Logan and I got our bikes ready. I changed into this tank top because it's super hot. It's supposed to get to like 110 today, which is like never happens here, I guess. So I changed into a tank top because getting the bikes like out of our like little bike shed and to our front yard, it just got so hot just from that. So we're just waiting for them, and then we're gonna head off. Hi, Marky Mark. Hi. How you doing? You doing okay? You doing okay? Yeah. You a sweet boy? You are. You're a sweet boy. Hey guys.
Hey, Logan.
So to show you, this is so cool. Papa Bob just installed this water bottle holder for me. It's my mom's water bottle. She's testing it out. Thank you, Papa Bob. It's so cool. Hey guys, so that was my aunt, my mom's older sister, who's only older than my mom by a year, but she had Alzheimer's and she passed away in 2020. But something really neat that I got to learn about her when we went to the cemetery that day is that she was a Vietnam vet. I had no idea. She was a nurse, and if you know the book, The Women by Kristen Hanna, when my parents told me that, I was like, wait, she was a nurse during Vietnam? That book immediately came to mind. If you know the book, like, it's incredibly like graphic and harsh and terrible. And they said yes, and she was a nurse during the Vietnam War, but she was stateside. She was on a ship somewhere in California, stateside, and she mostly like delivered babies. So she wasn't like in combat. But I didn't know that she was a Vietnam vet. I thought that was really interesting. So that cemetery is a very special place because not only is she there, but my grandma is there too. My grandma passed away when my mom was 5 years old. My mom used to live here in Ludington when she was a little girl. I believe she moved away a year later when she was 6. So, but it always held like a very special place in her heart. And so my grandma is also there. I didn't show you. We did stop by her grave site as well, but I didn't show that part in the video. So I just wanted to give you a little more background information about why that was special. You know, it's so funny because growing up, we moved around so much. My dad was in the military, so we moved around so much. I never lived anywhere that long. Iowa is really the longest place I lived anywhere. And nowhere exactly feels like home. Like I've always felt like a visitor. Everywhere I go, I feel like an outsider or a visitor. And of course I still feel that way. I just moved here, so I feel that way here too. But it's crazy how much history, how much family history I have here. How much of my family lived here for generations. Yesterday I went to a celebration of life for my uncle, my great uncle, who recently passed away. Remember, I inherited this couch from him, the artwork on the wall behind me. I inherited all of that from him when I moved here. And I went to his celebration of life yesterday, and I got to meet like all these people that I'm related to, all these like distant cousins and stuff. And my aunts were there who I already know, my mom's sisters, my mom's other 2 sisters who are still alive. And it was so great to see them. I'm gonna get emotional, but it's just, you know, like, after like a lifetime of feeling like an outsider and not having family around, it's just so incredible to be in a position where I now have family around and also like a history. It's just, it's hard to explain. I'm very emotional about it. But anyways, I did get sunburned yesterday, you may notice. It's pretty bad. The celebration of life was outside at a park. Anyways, in this next clips, what you're going to see, there's not going to be any sound, so I thought I'd just go ahead and tell you what's happening in the next couple clips here. There's a lot of free events that happen in Ludington, at least in the summertime. I don't know about the rest of the year, so we're trying to take advantage of those free events as much as possible. So the first night, so Wednesday night, Logan and Grandma Carol and Papa Bob, we all went to this free jazz concert at one of the local parks. And then on Thursday night, Logan and I went to a bonfire on the beach, which they do once a month here in the summertime. So that's what you're going to see in the next couple clips. my family and I did something very cool this weekend, and I wish I would have gotten like a really good before and during like footage for you, but I'm going to show you the after. And the after is that I'm now able to park my car in my garage. I've never shown you guys my new garage, but imagine it was stuffed full of moving boxes, furniture that I brought from Iowa that didn't fit in the new house, so I ended up having to donate it. Stuff that was left behind by the previous owners. So this place was packed full of stuff. There was no way I could have fit my car in here. So now it's in here. I'm gonna give you a quick tour of what we did. You know what? Let me get this out of the way first. Okay, so this section here is just for like paint supplies and things, and we do have a few paint items there. I have a gas can and furniture mover, but this was stuffed full of stuff and now it's all clean and organized. This corner has useful things that I need to keep, so a couple extra chairs in case I have company, because normally we just have the 2 chairs out for Logan and I. Then extra cleaning supplies, extra woodwork for the house. This is like trim. There's some trim that's messed up in my house, so Papa Bob and I might be fixing trim at some point in the future. An extra folding table, gardening supplies, things like that. Up here is all of my storage, all of my Christmas decorations, Halloween, fall decor, all that kind of stuff. And then my collection of baskets and other like useful storage items that are currently empty but could be helpful at some point in the future. These shelves and this box is actually trash that it's going to go out on the big trash day when they collect big trash in my neighborhood, which happens once a month. This is just like our cart we take down to the beach with some beach stuff in it, and a ladder and a dolly. Then over here we have some tools organized on the wall there, some shelves with games, like board games and Christmas tree, another Christmas tree, my step stool, and our cooler. So I know you didn't get the benefit of seeing the before, but this is just so cool. And it took all 4 of us working really hard to get it all done. So I'm just so grateful that it's done and I can park my car in here now. At first I wasn't that worried about parking in the garage, not until winter happened, but every day I came out of my house, my car was covered in pollen, like this sticky, heavy green and yellow pollen, and it didn't matter if I washed the car or not, the next morning it would be covered again. So now when I wash my car, it's actually gonna last a little bit. Let's go water my plants. Hey guys, so my mom got me this really cute flag from Hobby Lobby. As you know, I love these kind of bikes. I have a bike like this and I love them. So when she saw it, she thought of me. And I'm gonna add it to my garden. I think on the corner right here. What do you think? I think it's so cute. I love it. Okay, last little project. So Papa Bob got me this, I think both Papa Bob and Grandma Carol got me this thing to put here, you know, so you can like say, hey, I've got mail for you to pick up. And we tried to install it this weekend and we just tried over and over again. We just couldn't get it to work. And we finally decided we need to get like a nut and bolt to do it. So he dropped off a couple for me to try. So let's see if I can get this to work. Oh my gosh, that was so easy. I swear we worked on this for 30 minutes this weekend. It's amazing what you can accomplish when you have the correct tools and things that you need to get it done. So easy. So I did actually do some work in the Etsy shop this week. I did fill orders, so I'm going to share a little bit of that with you guys right now. I just feel like at this point in time, I have so much more going on than just me filling orders in the Etsy shop. So that's why I've been sharing more of my other activities outside of working in the Etsy shop with you guys. So hopefully you guys like it. I like sharing it with you, that's for sure. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed today's video, please give it a thumbs up, and I'll see you again next time. Bye everyone.